Hello and welcome. This is Borno Restoration, where we give you updates on development from across Borno State. I am Jesse Tafida. Today on the program, we will talk to residents of Borno to get their views on the successes recorded so far by Governor Babagana Zulum's administration in various sectors of the state, from health to education, security, youth empowerment, and lots more. All this will come your way after we bring you the latest on Borno Today. The resettlement drive of Governor Babagana Zulum has continued to yield positive results. Thousands of displaced persons and refugees taking refuge in neighboring countries of Cameroon, Chad and Niger Republic have successfully been resettled in their places of abode. This exercise was carried out in a dignified manner to enable returnees turn a new leaf and start afresh. The governor's desire is to assist these returnees with livelihood support, and today 25,000 widows and vulnerable women will benefit from the sum of 250 million naira cash.
Each of them received the sum of 10,000 naira through the Borno State Microfinance Bank. Because last year we came here during the naira scarcity, and government has promised to establish a microfinance bank in each of the 27 local government areas of Borno State. We have given them wrappers to the women last time, but we couldn't give them the cash because they don't have account numbers. Now we have facilitated the opening of accounts for them, and each and every one of them received the sum of 10,000 naira with the support of the Borno State Microfinance Bank. So what we are doing is financial inclusion. Gradually we shall cover all the 27 local government areas to ensure that a sizable number of the population of Borno State have an account.
Elsewhere, Governor Zulum inspected some ongoing projects in Goza town and expressed satisfaction with the level of work done so far.
We want to build houses before we should resettle people. But now our intention is to see how we shall resettle people and ensure that the community will build their houses by themselves. That means we are also enhancing their means of livelihood. We will support the community and see how they will build their own houses.
Governor Babagana Zulum promised to extend same gesture to other resettled communities in no time. It's the second phase of the teacher training initiative. This time around, about 800 teachers from across 90 local council areas of Borno State will participate. They need further training as teachers following a competency test conducted by the state government.
The aim of the initiative is to address issues of remuneration, retention, and most importantly, the competency of our teachers in line with national standards. This initiative is part of the government broader commitment to improving the quality of education in the state.
Let me extend my heartfelt congratulations to this administration for steadfast dedication for revitalizing the education sector. Let us unite in our endeavor to advance education in our state, guided by the principles of integrity, excellence, hard work, and meritocracy.
The Zulum administration has since inception promised to revamp the education sector, and this initiative today is seen as a vital step towards improving the educational system. For this effort, 1 billion naira has been set aside, and teachers who are part of the program are expected to treat it seriously.
I commend His Excellency Professor Babagana Zulum for his tireless effort in transforming the education sector, evidenced by the increased allocation for education under his administration, as well as today's flag of this teachers training program.
A lot of effort has been made to promote our teachers and pay them appropriately. SUDEP has so far issued a circular and letter to the education secretaries, directing them to submit all lists of teachers and non-teaching staff that are due for promotion in their local government.
The teacher training will take a period of 3 months with 30,000 naira allowance for all teachers undergoing the program, in addition to 50,000 naira each. An assessment visit by the House Committee on Northeast Development Commission. They are here to checkmate activities of the Commission, its achievements and challenges. The committee's first port of call is the 22.5-kilometer Jere Ball Road project, which connects 5 major farming communities in the state. Once completed, the 13.5 billion naira project will afford farmers easy access to their farmlands. The committee is impressed with this development.
Quality road constructed, linking 2 local government areas of Mafa and Jere local government area. These are farming communities. You remember that some farmers were killed some 2 years ago. This is a farming community where the livelihood of the people are farming and fishing.
The House Committee also visited areas of interventions by the NEDC in various sectors of education, healthcare and infrastructure. It says the NEDC deserves more funding to enable it to achieve its mandate.
He is a very straightforward, a man of integrity. He works very well with his team, and we are sure that with more funding, the Northeast ravaged by Boko Haram will be developed.
Managing Director of the Commission, Muhammad Al-Khali, also led the committee to the Alo Dam site, where reconstruction has commenced to repair the damaged portion, which is also a major project by the Commission. The Alo Dam, having the capacity of containing over 100 million litres of water, if rehabilitated, will mitigate issues of flooding in the state and also aid agricultural activities. The Northeast Development Commission has continued to execute developmental projects across conflict-affected states in the region. Today, it is hosting a delegation from the Chad Basin Development Authority. The delegation lauded efforts of the NEDC for supporting them in carrying out their activities without hitches. They further seek more collaboration with the NEDC for better service delivery to the people.
More requests for your consideration for further possible collaborative actions. We sincerely wish to appreciate the Commission to have awarded contract for the rehabilitation of damaged portion of the Alo Dam emergency spillway. This multi-million project, after successful execution, will curtail flood disasters across the state as supported by it. It will also enhance farming activities at the Jere Boil rice scheme.
Managing Director of the Commission, Muhammad Al-Khali, disclosed that plans are underway to revamp the Chad Basin Development Authority. Thus, the Commission believes will go a long way towards improving agricultural productivity in the region.
It's all about development in different perspectives. When you look at what the Chad Basin is supposed to do in terms of irrigation, water management, and so on and so forth, it's tally into our own program. We are here. Let's have your request formally so that we can do a proper memorandum, sign off, and involve all the parties that need to be involved, and then we move forward. Thank you very much.
With this synergy, farmers in the state are expected to be engaged more in this year's farming activities across the Northeast region. The Northeast Development Commission has assured to always carry out developmental projects across Northeast state that will impact positively on the lives of people who have suffered 13-year insurgency.
APC ta ya digiri. Yau ga da kasar Borno gari. Wakar mu ta gwamna na gari. Aske na saya doshi dari. Kwamishinan lokal gamman abes. Baba su kome mele ya ce ya faɗa. Talakawa masu kuɗi. DJ da matasa ma. APC ke ce da gari. Masu baki ga wasali. Profesa baya a katali. Mi budiri mi shagali. Dar musu mun samu wali. Sun san haka. Kuma haka. Kuma haka. Ni ma haka. Kai ma haka.
Actually, if I will start listing projects that Zulum has done that has impacted me and the common man, it is uncountable. But one thing I know that has impacted the common man to the grassroots level is the introduction of mass transit and then the electric taxi within the metropolis. You know, actually with the removal of fuel subsidy, life has become very, very challenging to the common man. But to be sincere, the Zulum's buses and taxis have really touched the common man to the extent that almost everyone is saying, go to the grassroots and ask. Everyone is saying that it is one of the things that a common man knows that there is governance around, because people think that government is not something that has to do with the common man, but this transportation aspect alone has changed the narrative. Now that everyone has been impacted, not only the masses, even wealthy individuals now park their cars and follow the Zulum buses.
Very grateful to our governor, Professor Babagana Zulum, for his effort, because I'm living in Polo, that is Polo High Court. But to my surprise, when I'm about to go to school, I saw a bus there near High Court. Then they are even calling me that the motto is 50 naira, which of sometime in the morning when I'm going to work, I used to pay 200, 300 naira to my destination. But to my surprise today, I pay 50 naira. And now I'm returning from my work now, going to Polo again, and I'm paying 50 naira. What I will tell our Oga, that is Professor Babagana Zulum, we are very grateful because of his effort. More effort, more elbow to his work. We pray that God will comfort him, God will be with him, and also our God will give him a prosperity life so that he can continue to upgrade this effort that he has done. So we are very, very grateful. We are saying thank you very much.
Every citizen of Borno would acknowledge that yes, there is a government in the state. This government is all about service delivery and good governance. We have witnessed quite a reasonable and unquantifiable service delivery in terms of physical as well as policies geared to improve the lots of the citizen. For me, if I'm to take one, certainly I will say the governor's commitment to service delivery and people-centered governance. This has been a hallmark of Governor Zulum. However, to talk on the structures put in place, the year 2023 witnessed remarkable improvement in the provision of health facilities, ensuring that citizens have access to affordable and accessible healthcare delivery. Education, we all know that before now how the Boko Haram incidents has been a problem to us, and what they were saying, Western education is taboo. The governor is on his oath to ensure that he has revived the education sector to ensure future development of citizens. Not forgetting our brothers and sisters that were displaced by the insurgency and the governor's commitment, moving irrespective of weather, time, and hard-to-reach locations to provide succor to citizens in terms of humanitarian support and giving them that hope that yes, they have something in the future to do, taking them or making them understand that the hopelessness of this Boko Haram will soon be over, and giving hope and livelihood support to ensure that they pick up their pieces and then continue with life as it used to be. Restoration of peace in Borno, people can attest that yes, peace has gradually returned to Borno. People go about their normal life. For somebody coming out of the country, out of the state, only feels about Borno, you can look at it from a different perspective. But when you come here, you begin to wonder if at all this is the Borno people have been talking about outside the state. Life has returned. And then the last 4.5 years of Governor Zulum, there were remarkable improvement in terms of structures, infrastructure. If you come into the state capital, you certainly know that there is a governance, there is a government in place, which means Zulum is working. And people have been attesting to it. We appreciate the support they've been giving to the government, understanding his style of leadership, what he means by service delivery and good governance. I can talk on and on and on, but the truth is that in the last 4.5 years of Governor Zulum in Borno State, there is a remarkable improvement in terms of all aspects of human endeavor.
The governor has been a humanitarian governor even before the removal of the subsidy, and I am proud to say that my governor was the first governor that began the distribution of food palliatives, and again he was the first governor who launched the mass transit so that he could ease the means of transportation, especially to the farmers, which by everybody knows the people of Borno are mostly farmers, especially the masses. Everybody's seen how he has given them free transport so that this will help them to go to their farm and by also make them to cultivate their crops back home successfully.
For us, he's the only governor because he's someone that has the political will. He has the commitment, and most importantly, he has his people at heart. And if you combine these three elements, there is no way you will not get somebody like His Excellency Professor Babagana Zulum. Now, as a member of his cabinet, you have no option but to support him, because you have a leader that is leading by example. You have someone that does not sleep. So who are you to go and sleep? You have someone that is so compassionate, so caring about the security situation, about the agricultural situation, about resettlement, about reconciliation, about reintegration, about educating the girl child. Who am I as as a mere commissioner of Women Affairs and Social Development that I will not support him. It's the paradigms are already on ground. There's a benchmark. So if you don't key into what Professor Babagana Zulum is doing, you are already a failure. You understand? So the leadership, the political will, the commitment, the dedication, and compassion for everyone in Borno State leaves us with no option. We are on standby 247. There is no commissioner that you say, it's weekend, it's after 6. That does not exist in our agenda, because your principal is someone that leads by example. And so it is compulsory, it is a must that we must employ all the strategies, all the energy that exists in us to ensure that the 10-pact agenda, the 25-year development plan, the 10-year strategic plan of Borno State works. As a Commissioner for Women Affairs, poverty must be brought to zero. Our girls must go to school, both within and outside Nigeria. People living with disabilities must be given their chance to survive, to exist. Children must benefit. They must have rights to education, rights to shelter, right to good health. And that is why the child rights law has been domesticated in Borno State. And that is why the VAP law is well implemented. We have removed the stigma that is associated with being a victim of rape. We have had so many, over 600 convictions of people that have raped from across the state in the last couple of years. And this is because the culture of silence is no more. Speak out. The governor's wife is our ambassador. She leads. We have gender desks in all the police stations. We are having maximum support from the traditional rulers. The religious leaders are supporting us because our leader is in the forefront.
For one, he's a professor. For two, he came from a very humble beginning and he saw how education became a catalyst for him to reach these heights. And education is a key sector. It's the fundamental of human capital development. Every developed society has a good literacy index. So I believe these are reasons enough for him to invest massively in the education sector. His Excellency has returned 15 rural schools and more than the 10 mega schools out of the 30 commissioned were all in rural areas. And that has created significant access to children who were in that community who initially did not have access to school. When you go back to those communities, you will now see the presence of schooling, which was not there before. You see, the governor is at the strategic level. He gives the directives. We at the operational level, ours is to implement the directives. So we would ensure that we work on his vision and the focus to see that education is given to the less privileged child, qualitative education. And this is part of our pillar in our 25-year development plan and our 10-pact agenda. So we shall key into it and ensure that this is achieved.
At the bottom of my heart, I want to express my sincere appreciation to all of you that voted us into another phase of public service. Again, I commit to making sure that we shall work 100% for the benefit of all residents of Borno State, regardless of political, ethnic, and religious persuasions. I want to assure you, the people of Borno State, that the victory you have granted us will neither make us arrogant, nor will it make us to take you for granted.
And that's our package on this episode of Borno Restoration. Many thanks for watching. I am Jesse Tafida. See you next time. Bye-bye.